Hey everyone! I'm going to talk current users of The Good and the Beautiful through transitioning to our new language arts editions and understanding our new language arts course level assessment. First, you may or may not know that we have gone through a few different editions of language arts since The Good and the Beautiful started almost 8 years ago. With hundreds of thousands of children using the courses and giving feedback, we have seen where our strengths and weaknesses have been, and we have been continually improving our curriculum. But we want you to know that we will not be continuing to create new editions like this for language arts. Here's some information. In 2022, we are releasing completely new versions of these levels: Kindergarten Prep, Level K, Level 1, Level 2, and Level 5. In 2023, we will release a completely new version of Level 3. In 2024, we will release completely new versions of Level 6 and 7. After these versions are released, we do not anticipate releasing completely new versions of any language arts level through Level 7 for at least 8 to 10 years. Sometime down the road, we might release new versions of the high school language arts, but we have no information on that right now. Now, let's talk about transitioning to the new levels. What if you were using a current language arts course and the next course level is a new edition? How do you transition to the new edition when your child is ready for the next course level? Here's the good news. All you need to do is start the new edition course. The new edition courses are adjusted to be more on grade level, but we still teach almost all the same concepts and topics just as thoroughly, and in many cases, more thoroughly. This is the difference. We teach the concepts in a more gentle way that is age appropriate for the child so that the child does not get overwhelmed. Some of the courses don't teach exactly the same concepts. For example, the new edition of Level K does not teach silent E, while the current version does. That means that in the new edition of Level 1, the lesson on silent E will be a review for the child that completed the current Level K. Only a small handful of lessons are a review. We do not recommend skipping levels because the courses are more adjusted to grade level. Almost all the concepts taught in each level have remained the same, and you do not want the child to miss out on foundational learning. In fact, the new editions actually cover many more principles overall than the current courses. We've added in many more wonderful things for children to learn without increasing the number of lessons or length of lessons, just through smart planning of the lessons. Okay, let's discuss the new language arts course level placement assessment, which can be found right now on goodandbeautiful.com/placement. The previous language arts course level assessment evaluated not only reading, but also spelling and grammar. You will notice that the assessment no longer assesses grammar or spelling. This is not because we do not teach it anymore or because we feel it is not important. As long as your child does not need extra reading help, the assessment now recommends that you generally start on the child's corresponding grade level, even if the child is an advanced reader, or even if the child does not have a lot of experience with grammar or spelling. If a child can read at the level needed, spelling, grammar, and other subjects are reviewed at each level, and most children can catch up on those things. In addition, there is now an 8-lesson grammar prep unit, which is a free PDF download, which you can use to get your child up to speed with the grammar principles needed to start levels 5, 6, or 7, if your child has not had a lot of grammar experience. For levels 4 and below, the grammar principles are retaught in each level, so no specific grammar knowledge is needed to start those levels. The assessment will help parents know if a child needs remedial reading help by starting on a level lower than his or her grade level. Again, if the child reads at or near his or her grade level, it is recommended that the child start on the course that corresponds to his or her grade level. Likewise, if the child is an advanced reader, it is recommended that the child start on the course that corresponds to his or her grade level. The child can be kept challenged with reading books on his or her level from the Good and the Beautiful book list, and all the reading materials in the courses are valuable and of the highest literary quality, even for advanced readers. Not skipping levels ensures that no foundational learning is missed in spelling, literature, writing, grammar, geography, and art. As always, a parent's views trump our assessment. While we have our suggestions, parents will often know which level is best for his or her child. If you feel it is best to start your child on a lower or higher level course, we suggest you do so. Always remember that if a child needs remedial reading help or just finds a course too hard, it is much better for the child to start on a lower level course for his or her ultimate academic success. We have put a huge amount of time and expertise into our new assessment approach, and we feel parents will find it much easier to administer the assessment to their child and to have the child complete all the needed concepts to excel in high school level work and eventually college level work. If you have other questions, you can ask them in the comments or email support@goodandbeautiful.com. We will be here to help you know how to transition or get started with these new language arts courses that are both robust and gentle and are packed with powerful literature, beautiful art, and connections to family, God, and nature.